taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll try the right side. Breaks the tackle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable. Joe Thomas would be proud. Just paving the way, just physical. They always can block the run game so well, and they're going to establish it. Every game Wisconsin plays, they're going to run the football.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. At midfield, he's got room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And that's a nice...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Quick release on the RPO. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed.
Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. So an 82-yard drive there. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Stoneburner. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Quarterback may change this route. defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's got the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
To the air, it's Wicks. Here's the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Tulane right back to the line. Out of the shotgun on third down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Badger.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. Let's go, let's go. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Stoneberger. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Tulane lines up on third and short. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Scanning the field, it's Wicks. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Badgers moving quickly to the line. Now the play fake. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to keep this drive alive. Across the 45. And he's and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stoneburner. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Firing to the right, complete. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Wicks. Got his man out of the backfield. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to snap it quickly. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Carter. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly.
There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards. They're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll go to the toss. Runs through the tackle.
No gain on the play. Now, 4th down.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats.
Wisconsin, 19. Tulane, 0.
The Green Wave staring at a 4th down as we open play here in the 2nd. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for 6. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Catch in the middle, it's Wolf. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Rides it and reads it. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Oh, that's going to be a safety. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of good as it was 4th down, and they'll give up the ball.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And your Tulane Green Wave will take over 1st and 10.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
They run it, they get the 1st down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Fires to the big fella. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
To throw, it's Wicks. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here.
Snatches it on the run.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Badgers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Eastern Michigan is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed style of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing closing this out. They're up by 11 over Kennesaw State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Runs through a tackle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off play action. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he's got it inside the 35. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And, man, that's a big-time play for this offense. This quarterback, he's put the ball in harm's way. He's already had a couple of interceptions. This ball was kind of a 50-50 ball. Nice to see the receiver make a play and get some yards after the catch. Make a big play for this offense.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Wicks. He's moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Tulane! Quick strike through the air for the score.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one, but that touchdown, this guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it. So he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Makes the grab. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. They'll immediately call timeout.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Badgers want to move quickly. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Badgers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Tulane 16.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stoneburner. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Here comes the heat. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Direct snap. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, he's going to pass it. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature them, but you watch them on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Spits it out to the back. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Wicks. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with the...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Green Wave.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. A strike downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
Got a man. It's Rivero. At the 45 on his way. Turning it on. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The give to the tailback. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They go to the ground. Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Buffalo may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from UB Stadium every time. The Bulls have been racking up road wins since the Bob Deming days, and they'll get another one today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Fires to the tight end. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Wicks. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
We always talk about Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Moving away from pressure. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide.
It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Just a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Find some fresh air. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to...
There he goes. Got the first down and more. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Working that left side. He's loose. He's at the 40. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Green.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this. Oh, he's got some space. Just steamrolling the defense. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The inside handoff. Finds a crease at the 20. Lots of running room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the point after is good.
47, Tulane, 30.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. Here he goes breaking the pocket.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Time to take a shot. Snags it down the right side. Wide open space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tulane. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Get it out on the screen. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Offense. A timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. That is no good. The lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Finds the tight end. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw. It's Wicks. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Green Wave. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on!
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.